Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's Lady of the House. I hope that you guys are having a fabulous Tuesday. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you part 2 of how I prep for Thanksgiving dinner. And again, this is a little bit easier for me this year because I'm off this year. But in the event that you're not off the Tuesday of Thanksgiving, you can also make these same preparations and just do them at night before you go to bed or when you get off work. And I promise you, this will help take a lot of those things that you're actually supposed to do Wednesday away. So the first thing that I did was I cut up all my cheese. So I have some sharp cheddar in here, some white cheddar, and some Gouda cheese. Now, I absolutely love Gouda cheese. I love the way it smells. I love the way it tastes. I love the texture of it, how smooth and creamy it is. And um, I decided that I would just cut these up into blocks since I'm just going to be making a roux with these cheeses and not shredding them up like I used to do in the past to make my macaroni and cheese. And I'll share that recipe with you guys. Um, if you like, I'll share my macaroni and cheese recipe with you. I'm also going to be slicing up some, let me take you down here so you guys can see. I'm also going to be slicing up some celery, green peppers, onions. I have to wash those off. I haven't washed those off yet. And I've also taken the liberty of boiling my sweet potatoes as well as my regular potatoes with my eggs. And again, like I said, this cuts down on when I would normally be working on Wednesday. I would have to come home and do this on Wednesday because I would spend the whole Tuesday after I got off work trying to make sure the house was clean and everything. So this wouldn't come into place until Wednesday. But now I'm able to do this on Tuesday, and you can do it on Tuesday as well. That way, also, when you're making your potato salad, you don't have to worry about trying to make it with hot potatoes, trying to touch and move them hot potatoes around, as well as the sweet potatoes. Now, I hope this is enough because I'm going to be using this to make 2 sweet potato pies, as well as some sweet potatoes with. Now, I got these from the grocery store, and I believe I mentioned this in yesterday's video, Sharp Shoppers, and they were about 4 or 5 sweet potatoes in the bag for $1.49. And I like that place because it is such a bargain, and it kind of remind you of, well, some of the things that they sell kind of remind you of Aldi's. I know they have a lot of Amish type cheeses, and they have an Amish butter, and I probably should have gotten the Amish butter to cook with that. But anyway, they have a lot of those things there that I think tastes really good. I did have a chance to taste this cheese before I packed it away, and it's just extra good to me. It's extra creamy. It's just something about it. And this is my first time using this cheese, so I hope my macaroni and cheese come out just as well as it did last year. Last year was amazing. That macaroni and cheese was so good. I wanted to slap myself. So anyway, guys, yeah, again, like I said, this is just a few things that you can do. I've already went into the refrigerator and I've taken my turkey. Yesterday it was breast side down. Today I'm going to let it sit breast side up for a few hours, and then I'm going to take it breast side down again tomorrow. So on tomorrow is where I can go ahead and rinse all the kosher salt off the turkey, and then I can go ahead and begin to, I'm going to leave it in the refrigerator uncovered tomorrow night so that the skin actually gets the opportunity to tighten up on the turkey, and that way my turkey has a nice crisp skin on it. And then I'm going to add my butter rub that I use on my turkey. And then I'm going to let that sit out for about an hour at room temperature before I put it in the oven. But that's not going to be until Thursday. So anyway, what else am I going to do today? There's a couple more things that I wanted to get done. I can't quite remember what they are right now for some reason. I think this is it though. Oh, I may snap my green beans today. I may not. My daughter usually likes to do that, so maybe I'll let her do that. She likes to stir the macaroni and cheese. So maybe I'll let her do that. Um, so anyway, yeah, this is just part 2 of how to get prepared so you're not overwhelmed when Thanksgiving Day comes. Because by the time Thanksgiving Day comes, the only thing I plan on having to do in the morning is pop the turkey in the oven and pop my ham in the roaster. So that's the goal. I'll let you know how it work out. And I can't wait to show you guys part 3 tomorrow. That's when I actually start getting some cooking done. That's my favorite part. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Remember to always be the lady in your house, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, so here are my cut up vegetables. This is my celery. I probably could have did them a little bit smaller, but my mom makes the dressing, and she makes some very good dressing. It's delicious. And I haven't learned the secret yet, so I might be recording her come tomorrow because I need that recipe. And she's told it to me 1,000 times, but it's really intricate. It's a lot of parts to it. You got to saute this and you boil that, and it's a lot. And I mean, I'm sure I probably could do it, but I like when she does it. And these are the onions for the dressing, and then these are my onions for my greens and my string beans. So I have all of those already cut up. Now I am I'm cutting up some what do you call it? Some carrots. And I'm sorry, y'all, I know I sound really hoarse and raspy and stuff. My voice has been going through some changes, and I don't know what to make of it. It's a lot of, ugh. It's really cold out here. I mean, today is pretty nice, but for the most part, it's been really cold. And I think because it came on all of a sudden, I think that's what kind of threw me. So it's not like a gradual kind of winter. I mean, it just got really cold, and then it just stayed cold, and that was pretty much that. So yeah. So again, like I said, I love when my mom makes the dressing. She loves when I make certain things. I love when she makes certain things. But what I like the most is that I get to not just cook for my husband and for my family and for my friends, but I get to do something for my mom that she's been doing for me for such a long time. I mean, if we didn't have anything, we had Thanksgiving dinner, and I used to just, and believe it or not, I said my mom never taught me. I know this probably kind of loud for y'all ears. I'm sorry. But my mom never taught me how to cook. I was one of those kids who would just sit in the kitchen with her when she would be cooking, and I would just watch everything she did in amazement. And I never thought, oh, I wanted to cook like that one day. I was just taking in information, and I didn't even know I was taking it in. And I remember the first time I made, I think it was spaghetti or something for my mom. The first time I cooked, and I just wanted it to taste like hers. And as long as it tasted like hers, I knew I was doing something right. So, yeah, my mother was you know, didn't sit down and show me how to, she didn't sit down and show me how to make this recipe and show me how to make that recipe or what have you. I just learned just by watching her. And I mean, down to the point where I do things like her. Like, every time I go to make the eggs for the potato salad, I always have to make an extra egg because I know I'm going to eat it. And come to find, and she used to do the same thing. It's so funny. I got these apples from, this is the apple I'm going to use to put into my, the cavity of my turkey, because I don't stuff my turkey anymore. But, I mean, this apple smells so good. I got it from that Sharp Sharpers I was telling you guys about. And this apple is like amazing. It smelled good. That's why I bought them, because they just smelled so good. And then I went into another grocery store. I'm not going to say which one, but I went in there and I took a look at their Granny Smith apples. Not only were they higher in price, but you couldn't even smell them. I'm like, you got so much wax on here, you can't even smell the daggone apple. I gotta try one of these. Oh my goodness. That has got the perfect amount of tart to it. Because once I add the sugar and the cinnamon and everything, this is going to be perfect apple pie. So good. Apple and core slicer. Apple slicer and core peeler or taker out or whatever you want to call it. Go to Walmart. Got that several years back. But go to Walmart and get you one. It's really good for when you just want to quarter up your apples and not slice them up. But I think this year I'm going to be slicing my apples up in my pie. Not too thin, but I am going to be slicing those up. So I'm going to have apples. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I'm chewing and sounding like a crazy woman. Celery, apples. I'm going to put some onion in here. Oh, Lord, I have to cut another onion. Woo! Okay. Celery, apples, onions. I wonder if I got any garlic cloves. Anyway. Sage, thyme, and rosemary. And that's what I use to stuff the cavity of my turkey with. So I just went ahead and cut that up. And tomorrow I get to use this contraption right here. And if you haven't seen my video on yesterday, I told you I wasn't too sure how to use this thing without cutting myself. But guess what I had to do? I had to YouTube it. Yes, I had to YouTube it to figure out how to use this. I love YouTube. It's so amazing. You got to YouTube stuff to figure out how it works. Because I don't know what happened to the instructions. But anyway, this is the piece that holds the suction down. And I finally figured out how to put the apple on here and how to get it to core, slice, and peel. Now, it comes out kind of like a, what do you call those? A curly fry. It cuts like that. It doesn't cut as thin, but it cuts like a curly fry. But I thought those would be great for my apples. I wouldn't necessarily, and if I wanted to make curly fries, and I may make curly fries for breakfast on Thanksgiving morning. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and add my sage to this and add my seasonings as well, because I do want this to, and I already washed this off already because I used it in my butter. I used it inside of my butter that I made that I'm going to put on the turkey. So I'm just going to drop them 4 cloves in there. Put the rest of those back. And then I'll add my other seasonings to it, and it'll be ready to go on the turkey on Thursday. Now I may have to put a little lemon juice in here so these apples don't turn brown on me. But other than that, guys, so yeah. Tomorrow we will be making greens and string beans and cornbread and potato salad and pies. So stay tuned if you want to see all of that. And I'm more than happy to share that with you tomorrow. That is I'm so excited about that. All right, guys. So I know I said I'll see you later before, but I'm going to go ahead and say it again. I will see you guys in my next video. You guys have a great day and happy Thanksgiving.